I think Cambuur is a big family, you know, with the supporters, with the people who work at the club, with the staff, everyone around this club. It's only love.
Since I'm here, I feel really warm. I feel really home.
I feel that I'm really part of this family, and this from the first day that I put one foot in the club.
À Leeuwarden, ouais. Déjà, mini-golf, ça fait déjà 2 sports que je sais pas.
Et t'aimes bien toi l'ice arcade?
Robin and me, we were always doing the things together. Even when we went to national team, we were also together, and all the time we were matching when we were doing teams. For example, the coach say, now make your team. Directly he pick me and directly I pick him. He was already like this since we are 15 years old.
I think David is really a relaxed person, you know, who is always trying to make people laugh. So that's good from him, and that's what I like with him.
Robin is a big mouth now. He grew up, so he think he's big, but no, Robin is still the same humble and nice guy I've met since the beginning.
Hij heeft een geweldig inzicht, een geweldige techniek, fantastische paas, heel veel gevoel in zijn voeten.
David is always trying to help people. This is, I think, his biggest quality.
We have a lot of argument, like when we are not agree with each other. So when sometimes I say something and he's not agree, he watch, he say no, I'm not agree, and then we can take hours.
En Robin kan het wel eens heel lekker niet doen, op zijn Frans van daar is hij weer. En dan gaat David, hapt er dan weer in, want die hoef je maar een klein aasje voor te gooien en hij is vertrokken.
We're gonna involve him, yeah, let's, you see, he's also agree with me. And we are like this the whole time.
Het leukste kenmerk van David is, hij is een flap uit, hij vertelt veel, hij praat veel, heeft ook wel een mening, is ook heel eigenwijs. En dat is wel eens lastig. Maar uiteindelijk, je weet wel wat je eraan hebt. Maar hij heeft ook een hele gevoelige kant.
In French we say, avoir le cœur sur la main. You know, it's like that you can give without expecting something back.
Me and Robin, we come from 2 different areas, but we know how to adapt. I was living in the ghetto, but I was not someone who was trying to be a hard person, or wherever you come from, you welcome around me. And Robin is exactly the same. The name of the city where I grew up, it's Bordeaux. This is where I've been my entire youth before to go to Bordeaux. It's a banlieue. It's not easy to live. When you think Paris, oh wow, Paris. No, it's not this side. It's not this side of Paris. It's like ghetto, but I felt home. So for me, it was not that hard. My mother, she is born in Africa. She's from Congo. She came in France at 20 years old. And my father is from Gabon. And I don't know really much my father, but I think also around the same age he came to France and he lived there. My mother, yeah, I still see her, I have in contact with her, and but she's living now in Africa because it's her country. She just feels home in Africa. I've seen a lot of things on my ghetto, like dealing, like drugs, stuff like this that I didn't want to be involved in. A lot of my friends, even when I turned into football and I was really more focused and went to Bordeaux, A lot of my friends went wrong by giving up on football. They were selling drugs, they were going to jail. But some of them, they do this because they want to achieve something on their life, but they felt that the life is just unfair. And then they turn to do black money. So when you want to do black money, you ask the big brothers in the ghetto, and they tell you, yeah, if you want easy money, I have a job for you. So I think for me, it was a good escape of this life by being a soccer player.
I come from Targon. It's a small village, like 45 minutes, 1 hour from Bordeaux, which is the biggest city in the area. My father has a winery with his brother, and my mom works as a secretary in the winery. Yeah, I remember grow up in the winery, you know, with all the vineyards around my house. So my house is really the only house in the neighborhood. There is only vineyards around it. I come from a family which is really into football. My father was playing football. My mother was also playing football. Since I'm born, I think I'm into football, and yeah, it was really natural. I think my first step was with the ball, and yeah. I remember playing in front of my house and constantly shooting on the wall, which is nearby the window of the kitchen. And I remember my mother constantly screaming, you know, that I hit the window and that I could probably broke it.
At 10 years old, I started football because all my friends were playing football. Before I was dancer, because my old sisters, my family, there's a lot of girls, and all my sisters were doing dance, so I was just doing dance as well, hip hop. But every time I was going to school and we were talking, and they were explaining stories from what happened in the football at the club, I was never involved because I was not there, and I was kind of frustrated when I was young. So I decided by myself, told my mom, no, I want to play some football. I'm still playing here around on the house. That's how I learned how to play football. I was just dribbling the whole time because I wanted to be like Ronaldinho, so I was dribbling the whole time. Every furniture of the house, from my kitchen to the living room in my mom's place. So I went to the football school of Bordeaux. First we had a tournament in Paris Saint-Germain. There is the moment when I saw Robin for the first time.
There was the guys coming from Paris, and yeah, that was the first time that I saw him at this tournament.
I was with a friend of me, Steve Chamal, and it was 1 year before I came to Bordeaux. He was 1 year already there, and he introduced me to Robin Maulun. He was a little bit shy. Let's say he was like small, a little bit skinny, and he was just not the one who make jokes or who talk a lot.
I'm an open person, but I need to know the people pretty good to really open myself.
That's what I like from him, because my friend Steve Chamal told me already that this guy is a big talent. And I was like, yeah, wow, he's so humble by being such a talent.
And I think with David and Steve Chamal, we were like three musketeers, because yeah, we shared everything together, you know. We had the same experience in the academy. Like we went to the national team together, we went to the second team of Bordeaux together, we went to the professional team together. So it was really a trio.
Tackle op de bal blijkbaar van Jacobs. Hier gaat Calon. Cambuur komt met 5 man eruit. Sambissa is hier. Ook Doken Schmid komt er nog overheen. Sambissa zelf, verre hoek en goal. Omdat Bijlo er niet bij komt. Cambuur komt op voorsprong.
Ik heb in het seizoen 2017-2018 natuurlijk intensief aan het scouten geweest. En heb ik ook Jong Twente gevolgd. En daar viel mij een speler op bij Jong Twente. En, hij speelde linksback, David Sambissa. Naar de toekomst toe zag ik in hem wel een moderne wingback, zeg maar. Dat heet dan zo nu. Extrovert, dus hij praat wel heel veel. Hij weet ook wel waar hij het over heeft. Een heel gevoelige jongen.
I was 1 year in FC 20 without anybody. Yeah, it was sometimes it was hard. The whole year happened. It was a terrible year.
Ja, dat was in de tijd dat het ook heel moeizaam was met Twente, met alle financiële perikelen. Het was een hele moeilijke periode.
René Haké was not getting good results with the first team. And after I think 5 games, he gets sacked by FC 20.
At this moment, I stayed, I think, 1 more year in Bordeaux. It was really good, but in few months it went in a bad way. I got a little problem in my ankle, and you have problem with the trainer. That the whole staff changed at the moment that I was injured. I decided to go in a club nearby my house in the 4th division, and I wanted to stay fit, so I just went in this club for, I think, 7 months.
René Haké contacted me at the end of the season to follow him in SC Cambuur.
Dat was ook volgens mij de eerste speler die we toen hebben kunnen vastleggen. En dat was al vrij vroeg in het seizoen daarvoor.
Out of nowhere, Robin called me just to take news from me.
How the season is going and how is it going for him in Twente.
How is life there in Netherlands and stuff. And we just talked randomly. And I told him, yeah, no, I'm just gonna change club and I'm gonna go to another club. And it's a nice step and stuff.
And it was a really long call, actually.
He said, I'm gonna leave from there because it's terrible there and I don't know. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Let's talk about you, how is it and stuff.
And I remember at the end of this call, David asked me, maybe I can talk about you to my manager.
He said, oh yeah, whatever. He was not even really into it. He was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, whatever. And after my signature, I felt like I needed to talk about Robin.
Ja, ik heb nog een vriend van mij die ook bij Bordeaux speelt. En ja, die kan ook wel goed voetballen. Mag die een keer op stage komen?
Hij zegt, dat is een van de beste talenten in Bordeaux geweest. Door omstandigheden kiezen die jongens, omdat ze niet aan de bak komen, vaak voor een lager niveau. Om dan wel in ieder geval te kunnen spelen en je te ontwikkelen. Nou, dat is gewoon een goede insteek natuurlijk. Dus we hebben gezegd, nou, laat hem dan komen. Ik hoor alleen maar goede dingen. Maar laat hij het dan ook zien.
David called me a few days later and just said to me, yeah, they want to see you as a trial.
On the beginning it was like, but I don't like trials because it's like one shot.
First, you have to know that for me, I knew nothing about the Netherlands and about Cambuur. I didn't know where I was going. I was just taking this trial as an experience. And so I arrived via this manager in the Netherlands. He picked me up at the airport. And I remember going from Amsterdam to Leeuwarden with him without talking English because my English was really bad, like just a normal French guy at this time. The first day that I arrived on trial, the trainer René Haké asked me to stand up and to introduce myself in front of the group. But actually, I stood up, but I didn't know what he meant at all. So I was like, yeah, I did this my presentation like in school, you know, like, yes, my name is Robin Maulun, I'm 22 years old. It was, yeah, pretty awkward at this time, but yeah, funny when you think about it.
And yeah, it started by the position game, and I was next to Football, and I came a little bit later than the start of the training. And Football say, your friends didn't go one time in the middle. It was like a rondo with like a 7 against 2. A lot of players was going in the middle. Robin didn't go one time.
Toen zagen wij eigenlijk al heel snel, al in die eerste week, van ja, die zit op voetballen.
At the end of the trial, he went back to France, and he went even to holidays. I think it was in Hungary.
Yeah, I was in holidays in Budapest with my friends. We were visiting another friend of mine who was there.
I received a call from my management. He told me, the club also want to give Robin a contract, the same contract as you. I let you tell him that the club want to sign him. I was really, really happy. So I directly contact him. And I was like, no, let's say first they didn't want him. So I call him.
I was still asleep in Budapest, and I get a call from David. So I know it would be about Cambuur. So I pick up the phone while I was half asleep.
I say, hey, how are you? He said, hey, I'm fine, and you? Yeah, what are you doing? He said, I'm just in holidays, I'm in Budapest. I said, oh, nice, man. I just got my management, but the club said that they didn't want to sign you. And
you know, you did the trial, but they take someone else. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I thought so, yeah. I expected this. Maybe they prefer players from the Netherlands. It's okay, it's bad, but
I was like, yeah, okay, it's no problem.
And I said, but no, I'm joking. They want to sign you. They were really happy with you. They really want to sign you. They want to give you the same contract as me there.
So I was like, okay, and now, what do I do?
And then there was like a kind of moment of silence. And he replied like, oh, really? No, you're lying. I said, no, it's true. They really want you to sign and stuff, and they're really happy.
And then I didn't know if I have to go or not. I really wanted to, but I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make the step to go there. I directly called my parents to tell them the news, but for them also it was a good surprise, but they don't realize at the moment that I would go in another country to play football, you know. They were not aware that I'm going to leave them, you know. And that was the difficult part. I think when I say to my mom, yeah, I have this offer in the Netherlands and I'm going to play there. Yeah, it was kind of emotional, you know, because my mom followed me everywhere since the beginning of my career. Since I'm a kid, she followed me everywhere, and now to know that she could not see every games, that she could not be part of this anymore, it was pretty difficult for this.
I was so excited at the moment that he would sign and be there with me, because I know him since very long time, and it was during 2 years I didn't play with him, and to be there with him again, for me it was really great.
Ja, van het een kwam het ander en uiteindelijk ga je eigenlijk voor 1 Franse speler, maar wordt het er uiteindelijk 2.
Mathieu, Sambissa. Actie van Maulun en een goal. Wat een mooie goal.
Ja, het is een hele intense club in de zin van hoe mensen in en om de club, zeg maar, het beleven. Maar ook het publiek, ondanks dat we toen niet de beste tijd van Cambuur hadden, is het wel het publiek wat wel heel hartstochtelijk was.
Maulun. Wat een goal. Het staat gelijk. Ontzettend snel antwoord van Cambuur.
René Hake, but I'm first thankful because of him, I went to FC Twente, I went to SC Cambuur. He was screaming a lot to me, a lot, but I was always playing. So I don't know if he wanted to just push me to have the best of me, or he was really disappointed on me because he was screaming really a lot.
Ik ben wel iemand die heel erg houdt van duidelijkheid geven naar spelers toe.
When I was on the side of him, I was hearing his voice so hard. One time I remember I was I made a pass and the guy intercepted the ball, but he pushed it out to the line. It was a throwing for us. The ball was just in front of him. I pick up the ball and I heard, godverdomme.
De positie linksback, ja, die staat nog wel eens wel regelmatig voor de eigen dugout. Dus die hebben ook nog wel eens pech in dat opzicht.
And he was even often going into my mind during the game.
Ja, ik heb hem nooit willen remmen in zijn offensieve drang, zeg maar. Alleen, hij moest ook leren herkennen van welk moment hij wel kon gaan en niet kon gaan.
He's a hard worker. He likes the hard work. He's also honest on his work. Sometimes too temperament.
De spanning neemt taai in het Cambuurstadion. Het is iemand erop of eronder. Promotie of net. Op dit stuit werd er op een intensieve lijn tussen de KVB en alle clubs in ons land. Wat er een besluit valt.
2019, 2020 kwam ook Henk de Jong. En met de komst van Henk, de staf, viel eigenlijk alles op zijn plaats. Wij stoonden af op een kampioenschap in dit seizoen. Wat voortreffelijk verliep. En iedereen weet dat de pandemie, de corona lelijk heeft huisgehouden voor velen, maar zeker ook bij ons. En uiteindelijk heeft de KNVB heeft een beslissing moeten nemen wat voor ons niet goed is uitgevallen.
Sportclub Cambuur die promoveert net naar de eredivisie. Dat Nijs is niet bekend. De Leeuwarden die spelen takom seizoen gewoon weer in de eerste divisie. Dat is de uitkomst van een keerkomst van de KVB.
I think my warmest memory with Cambuur is not one moment, but it's the last 2 years that we did all together with the team to become champion, not one but I would say 2 times. And we know what happened with COVID. And so for us it was really tough mentally, you know, to face this decision. And the most difficult was to do it again. And with this, we showed everyone that we had the power in this team and that we have enough of confidence and qualities in this team to do it again.
Hoe lang laat de scheidsrechter nog doorvoetballen? Hij fluit nu af. En dan is het definitief 4-1 overwinning voor Cambuur op Helmond Sport. Geweldig kabaal hier in Leeuwarden.
I think Henk is a big part of the success that we have at the moment.
He loves his players so much that he wants always the best for them. He tries to always be good with everyone, but not because he doesn't have the character to say something, but just because he loves people.
Yeah, I think Henk is really a person who is close to everyone.
He's not only thinking about football. He is the first person to tell you family is more important than football.
Voor de ploeg van Henk de Jong.
If you have something in your personal life, if you have something in your family or something, I will be the first to push you to don't come to the club and fix your problems.
Kijk, het kampioensjaar, daar hebben beide spelers ook een grote bijdrage in gehad. Puzzel van het team, alle spelers, viel goed in elkaar. Een geweldige technische staf die dat heel goed managede met elkaar. David, met het veranderen van de coach, de aanpak naar hem werd iets anders, waardoor hij toch meer vertrouwen kreeg en meer durfde te doen en niet bang was om fouten te maken. En daar heeft hij zich heel goed in ontwikkeld. Robin, hij kan geweldig, heeft een geweldig inzicht, een geweldige techniek. Een speler waarvan je soms wel eens zegt, als hij niet speelt, dan valt het op. En dat mag wat mij betreft nog wel eens wat brutaler bij hem in de zin van de artistieke man. En dat is mooi, het is prachtig, het is goed. Zeg maar in de beslissende factor. Ik zou hem nog een paar keer wat meer willen zien scoren. Hij wil nog wel eens eindigen met nog mooier paasje. In plaats van denk ik van haal die trekker over, jongen, knal hem erop. Want je hebt een geweldige traptechniek.
Of course, I don't come from a rich family and stuff. I have we are 7 brothers sisters on 2 bedrooms. When I think back then, I'm like, wow, it was quite not normal to have 2 rooms for 7 children. But I never felt like this. For me, it was just nice. It was just warm, good atmosphere, never bored or something. Yeah, me and my little brother.
David.
Fais voir, fais voir. Ah, ça c'est pas moi ça. Ça c'est toi. Non, ça c'est toi. Ça c'est toi, t'as honte toi. Comment je peux dire ça?
Ah, Patricia. C'est maman.
You play football as well?
Non. Non, non, non.
Je joue sur la play.
Son corps.
Le footballeur.
Être loin de sa famille et avoir l'envie de toujours continuer et pas rentrer, faut le faire. Franchement, c'est fort. Hein. Et franchement, on est fiers parce qu'il a pas lâché. Il est tombé dans plusieurs fois, il est tombé dans des impasses. Et il s'en est toujours sorti courageusement, toujours tout seul. Il avait personne derrière lui, forcément. Nous, on l'appelait de temps en temps. Mais il est très solitaire et très réservé sur lui-même. Donc, il est arrivé où il en est avec sa propre force. Et c'est incroyable.
My family never seen my goals on television. They don't even watch my games. They don't know even against who I'm playing or whatever. It's not that they don't care, but they are just proud of me. They are just proud of what I'm doing, that I'm happy and I'm successful on what I'm doing. But the rest doesn't matter for them.
Le club là-bas, c'est bien quand même?
Ouais.
Ouais.
Non, c'est bien.
La ville aussi, tranquille.
Ouais. Non, la ville, le club et tout. En fait, les infrastructures. C'est dans tous les week-ends.
C'est de la triche, c'est vraiment. Essaye de toucher.
David, c'est comme un frère. Pour moi, on a fait beaucoup de choses ensemble. On a joué à Bordeaux ensemble. On est parti à Bordeaux ensemble. C'est-à-dire on a vécu beaucoup de choses. Et David, je connais tout sur lui. C'est-à-dire, je connais tout. Et David, c'est quelqu'un de très marrant, quelqu'un d'attachant aussi, et qui est assez discret, qui aime bien rester dans son coin. Après, il aime beaucoup dormir aussi. il aime beaucoup dormir. Mais non, mais ça, je rigole. Mais après, non, David, pour moi, voilà, c'est vraiment un ami. Et on est resté jusqu'à l'âge de 20 ans au Girondin de Bordeaux. Et pendant ces 6-7 années, c'était vraiment bien. On était toujours ensemble. Franchement, ouais, j'aimerais rejouer avec David et Robin. Franchement, ouais, ça serait vraiment pas un rêve, mais quelque chose que j'aimerais faire.
Je sais pas exactement, mais on est au moins la 5e génération, oui, qui vivent ici. Ça fait quelque temps, oui. Je sais pas si les enfants vont reprendre le vignoble ou pas. C'est une décision qui leur appartient. Et l'avenir le dira. Après, des fois, la décision, elle se prend tard, ou pas. Moi, j'avais décidé de revenir sur le vignoble à 30 ans, donc peut-être qu'eux, un jour, ils y reviendront, mais c'est pas sûr. Donc,
est-ce que tu aimerais?
Et alors, est-ce que j'aimerais? On a toujours envie, oui, bien sûr, qu'on aurait envie, évidemment.
La photo. Ça, c'était moi, ça?
Ça, c'est pour le mariage de je sais pas qui.
C'était où? C'était à Targon, ça?
Devant l'église.
À l'église de Targon?
Ouais. Oh, il y a mieux que ça.
C'est-à-dire que les photos, on les imprimait pas.
So here is my sister.
Yeah.
She's the oldest one. After you have my brother here and me here. It's a nice picture.
Mais bonne question.
This was the first time at the Academy of Bordeaux, and so here I am, and here is Steve. And it was both our first, I think, game for Bordeaux. I think we were just 12 or 11, something like this.
Ah oui. Ah, trop rigolo. C'est trop rigolo.
Me and my brother.
Germain et Robin.
You did not change that much, John.
Elle dit que t'as pas changé.
Oui, t'as juste la barbe. J'étais bien.
So here is David and me. This was in the national team, I remember. It was in Paris, we had a tournament. And yeah, David just came to say hi. It was nice. I remember this moment.
L'amitié, c'est pouvoir compter sur la personne dans les moments difficiles. Et bien sûr pas que, mais c'est souvent là qu'on voit les vrais amis. Alors, et puis après, c'est passer de bons moments lorsqu'on a de bons moments à passer.
Jamais la fin d'été.
J'étais très heureuse que Robin aille jouer aux Pays-Bas. Mais c'est vrai que, bon, en tant que maman, on veut toujours garder ses enfants, évidemment, pas loin. Donc, c'est ce qui coince un petit peu, quoi. Mais bon, j'ai toujours pensé pour son bien, pour le football en premier, quoi. Parce que pour moi, c'était important qu'il réussisse. Robin, il le mérite.
Les hirondelles, car tu me reviendras, mon amour. À demain.
Tous les jours, c'est doux. C'est entraînement tous les jours.
Ouais, mais par exemple, jeudi, c'est individuel.
This is the most difficult part to being a player in a different country, and I think it's like this for every players.
When you have like bad days and he's there to make jokes, to talk with you, to say, hey, let's go, we're gonna have a drink. So it's really good to have someone that you can have fun with all the time.
For example, I have to hit that one on these two,
Yeah.
or the white one on the yellow and red.
No, if you start with white, you keep playing with white.
All the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Là, on touche la balle. Ah, je crois que j'ai tiré de la main droite. And it's because it was not good. what annoys me with Robin is that on every game we play, he's winning.
Yeah!
What you say now?
I hate it. This is easy, man. Come on. If you miss this one, come on, man. Push up. Since I came in Cambuur, I've got conversation with the coach that I told him that, yeah, I feel much better in the wings instead of fullback. So I went to the coach and I had a conversation with him about it, and he was listening, and he said, okay, I'm gonna think about it. And after games, he was bringing me on, but
Now, of course, it needs time also for the people, also for the other players, not only the coach, but the other players, to know that David can play also ringer. In the mind of the people, even if David said that he can play right ringer, it takes time for the people to see David as a ringer.
So we had to have a speak again about to open a case again about negotiation, but they wanted to renew me as a fullback. So I was like, but I didn't get it anymore. I was like, what is it? It's confusing me.
Wij hebben hem gezien en gescout op de backpositie. En in onze manier van spelen met een opkomende back, daar paste hij perfect. Dat hebben we ook allemaal gezien, want daar heeft hij gespeeld. Gaandeweg dat hij hier langer was, is zijn idee, niet alleen zijn idee, maar zijn passie toch veel meer in de aanval komen te liggen. En hij heeft ook gemotiveerd en uitgelegd waarom dat was. Want ik zag dat zo niet. En ik zag dat meer in de backpositie, wingback heet dat tegenwoordig. En daar vond ik hem gewoon heel goed in. Maar hij zag zichzelf meer als aanvaller. En toen vertelde hij ook uit het verleden dat hij altijd aanval is geveeld en dat zijn gevoel daar veel meer is. Nou, dat mag hij vinden en een keuze in maken. En dat vind ik wel goed. Als een speler standvastig is en zegt van dat wil ik, prima. Oké, wie zijn wij om dat allemaal tegen te gaan spreken? We willen ook niet tegen je gevoel ingaan, maar we willen wel gezamenlijk blijven optrekken. Alleen, hij heeft een hele lastige periode gehad. Wispelturig was hij. Het is een hele emotionele jongen. Hij gaat soms alle kanten op. Ik heb alleen de indruk dat hij nu in rustig vaarwater zit en een duidelijke keuze heeft gemaakt. Nou, dat is prima en dan kun je elkaar weer helpen.
I took it a bit too quick personally. Me compared to Robin, I'm someone really more impulsive than him. We're gonna maybe think twice, cool down first before to take a decision. And I'm like sometimes really on the warm doing this, and after I sometimes regret. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't regret because I was being myself. And I have an example that he's really more thinker, like he's a little bit more clever than I about things. Like he take a little step and he choose always wise than me. When we were young, we went to a stage, like the best players of France, to make the test to see like who gonna be in the national team of France. And he got sick at this moment. He threw up. He was sick, so he didn't do every test. I did every test, and after we had the result, and I was on the first list of the French national team of under 16. Being there after, I got the Adidas sponsor. And when the guy from Adidas came to me, and he said, yes, I'm really interested in you. I want you to be one of our players who are gonna receive our boots. gonna have the something on the shops and stuff, and I was like, yeah, wow, it's really nice and great. And the first thing I did, I was like, yeah, I have also another player. He was not there on this moment, but he will come for sure in national team. Is Robin Maulun, because he was sick on this moment, but you will see him. He's a really great player, really big potential and stuff, and he was really like trusting on my words. And he said, okay, well, we want also this player to be there, you know. So they contact Robin and they negotiate contract. He got a bigger contract than me. Yes,
you have to be smart.
I signed 2 years. I heard after he signed 5 years. I was like, what? How is that possible? Yeah. So, you know, it's just, afterwards I was laughing about it. But it just tells how I go, and he proposed me the contract. I was directly diving like this. And he was like, well, that's great, interesting. He take a step and he negotiate. I was didn't even think about it. So.
Well, if you need another manager, maybe...
You can call me.
As a bigger plan, I would love to play on the bigger competitions in Spain, Germany, England. My plan is to be the best of myself. Maybe I'm not good enough to play such leagues, but I have to be at the end of my career thinking like the potential I have, the talent I have, I make the best of it. If I'm 50 years old, I think I will help the poor community, because I know where I come from, and I would like to go to Africa and help them the way I can. If I can help them just 1%, it's already a help that I can give. If I have to be remembered by my daughter, it's someone who tried to give everything, tried to be there for the people I love, and that's all. I'm someone simple.
Yeah, I think if I'm 80, I would probably sit on the couch drinking Moulin wine and watch football. You know, I would still be a fan of football. The most annoying part, wow, the way he's eating. You cannot eat in front of David. He's like, no, it's too much for me. Yeah.